Hi everyone, welcome back to the JDCodebase. This is web development series. Today we are going to learn Flexbox, the CSS layout system that will completely change how you build website. If you ever struggle with the aligning items, spacing element, and or making layout responsive, don't worry. By the end of this video, you will feel confident using the Flexbox. In real world project, we will go step by step, first understanding the concept, then jumping into the VS Code for live example. And as always, PPT and code files are in the description. So let's get started. So in this video, we will cover what is a flexball, why it exists, flexball, flex container versus flex item, flex direction, justify content, align items, align self, flex wrap, gap, and we will build practical layout like navbar, cards, and perfectly center item. Now, before Flexbox, layout in CSS were very hard. Developer used float hacks, inline block tricks, and a lot of weird methods just to align simple things. Vertical alignment was especially painful. And Flexbox solved this easy horizontal and vertical alignment. Automatic equal spacing between the items, responsive layout without headache, full control over item size and order. Now, Flexbox concept. Flexbox work only two axes, main axis and cross axis. And which axis is main depend on the flex direction. Row is for the main axis is horizontal, means this one, and cross axis is vertical. And in column, main axis is vertical, cross axis is horizontally. So we will see this practical soon. Now to start the Flexbox, just apply this display flex in the CSS on the parent element. This parent becomes a flex container and all its direct children become the flex item. Just write the line display flex and it becomes the Flexbox. Now flex container versus flex items. Remember, only the direct children of a flex container become flex item. Not the grandchildren or deeper element are not automatically flex items. Flex direction decides the direction of the main axis, either the row wise, row reverse, column reverse. So row means item goes to left to right or right to left. Column means item go to top to bottom or bottom to top. So we will test this in VS Code. Next is justify content. Justify content is the align item along the main axis. This is for the items, mainly means the text in the flex box. And here the row is again horizontally and column is vertically. And the values are the flex start, flex end, center, space between, space around, space evenly. And next is the align item. Align items along the cross axis. Like same for the row and column, same vertical and horizontally. And values are flex start, flex end, center, stretch, and baseline. Align self override the align item for a single item. Like I have 3 boxes and I want to make this a different align. So for that I use align self for this specific box too. And useful when one item needs a different position than other, like here box 2. Next is flex wrap. Flex wrap control whether item move to the next line or not. Here the values are no wrap, wrap, or wrap reverse. Means if I have the this 400 pixel width and I have 3 boxes and I want to make the only 2 boxes here, just write the flex wrap and box container size is the 200 pixel and this third one again comes here. So wrapping only happens when item don't fit in the one line. If one container is wide enough, you will not see visual difference means. And last one is the gap. Gap add the space between the items instead of using the margin, means like gap 20, row gap 20, column gap 20. Cleaner and responsive friendly alternative of the margin basically. And this is a combining properties. A common real world setup looks like display flex direction row, justify content space between, align item center, gap 20. This gives a flexible space align layout. Every time we write display flex, and we have to write all these property every time we write. So let's move to VS Code and write the code for this. I already have this basic HTML structure, having this div container and box, and this navbar real example, and this. So let's first see this is a reset CSS, and container property means basic padding and border, and box have the background color, padding, border, and font size. So first write the display flex in this. See this when I write the display flex, and here the box line horizontally, because default flex direction is the row here. And if you remember in the last video, I tell you div takes the whole width, means it acts as a block element. But here when I write the display flex, they behave like the inline element, like here. Next is the flex direction. Flex direction is the column. If you see again, it's become the now main axis is the vertical, the column wise. And justify content, let's write the justifying content, justify content center, and height is the 300 pixel. If you see here, the originally this three boxes are in the upper direction in the starting of this page. When I write justify content center, this become this come in the center, means align item, justify content center moves items to the middle vertically. Next is the align item would now move horizontally align basically. Next is the justify content for the, let's write flex end. It becomes at the end of this start for the upper width and space between, evenly space between, space around. Okay, if you see this space is means evenly divided between these boxes, and space evenly again, yes. So these are some justify content you have to use basically in navbar and the cards separation. Next is the align item. Align item, let me make it row first. Yes. And for that just write align items flex end. If you see, this becomes at the end of this box. If I write align item center, again this here at the center, and stretch, if I write this stretch, now it at the center, and if I write this stretch, they become the normal. So cross axis alignment changes depending on the flex direction, and row vertically alignment, and column is the horizontally alignment. So as I discuss the align self property, align self for the, like I have these three boxes, I want to make the center of this box too. For that, dot box nth child, and give the child number, and align self becomes the center. If you see here, only box 2 behave differently while other follow the align items rule, this stretch one. Next is the flex wrap. Flex wrap is like I have these three card 1, card 2, card 3. Let me make them cards and card. So if you see, I apply the some basic CSS on this card, border, and the background color, height and width and margin. For that, first I have to write this display flex, they all come in the same line, act as a inline element. And if I want only the flex wrap, but before that I have to give the width here, and width is the 500 pixel. If you see the third card is come here below the card 1 and card 2, and this is useful in the mobile, means mobile orientation, means the like when the screen sizes change rapidly, like from uh, desktop to mobile screen. And we have the no wrap reverse, the third one is come up. And so no wrap is like squeezing them, and wrap reverse more move them upward, this card 3. And next is the gap one, last one is the gap one. If I write gap 20 pixel evenly, so yes, it means takes the 20 pixel gap in these card 1, card 2 and card 3. So let's see a real life example like a navbar. And in navbar we have a logo and 3 link, home, services and contacts. So let's write .navbar .nav as the class of the navbar, and write the here display flex, justify content, the space between, and align item, center, padding becomes 20 pixel, yes, and border is the 1 pixel, solid and black. So as a normal one, this logo and the 3 links here, but nav ul, and here also I have to apply the display flex, so they come in the vertical align. And gap is the, let's say, 20 pixel each, and give the list style none. So if you see, logo is the left and menu items is the right, and item space equally here, and Flexbox makes this simple, just these 2-3 lines of code. Next is this, I already tell you the card layout. And so last one is the perfect center. Perfect center is like if I have a page, means let me write paragraph hello, I want to make them into the whole screen, into the center of this page screen. For that, just write style display flex. First I have to give the height of this. Height is the, let's say, 100 view height, and then give the display flex, okay, and justify content, center, okay, now it comes horizontally, and align item, center. So now it comes to in the middle of this page. If you see, this comes in the middle of the page here. So this 2-line center works both horizontally and vertically here. So we see the card layout and navbar layout and the center content, just the 3 lines of code for the center element. And these are some common mistakes beginner make. They forgetting the display flex, confusing justify versus aligning, and accepting the align item without the height, and using margin instead of the gap. So when not to use Flexbox for multi-row structure layout like big dashboard, grids, or complex web page, Flexbox is known to best, and use the CSS grid there. So today we learn what Flexbox is, why it exists, how main and cross axis work, flex direction, justify content, align item and align cell, wrap and the gap, and we build the navbar and cards and center alignment. So Flexbox is very powerful, a simple one, and responsive for the screen sizes. So Flexbox is something you will use almost every day in web development, so practice it well. And PPT and source code files are available in the description, so download and try it yourself. If this video helped you, make sure to like, share and subscribe to JD Codebase and support the web development series. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.